Well, guys, the wheel has officially chosen that we review Team Vitoline for episode 3 of the Piston Cup teams. Now, if you guys remember, in my last video, I did all bumper save racers. And then in episode 1, I did all octane gain racers. That was the one with, Daniel Suarez, Billy Oil Changer, and Bobby Swift. Then I did episode 2 with, two Poncho wipeouts, and then Paul Conrev, and now we're doing all Vitoline racers. That's what the wheel has chosen us to review next. So, Vitoline is a pretty prominent sponsor in Cars 3 because, you got the main sponsors like Dynaco, Igniter, and Rusty's, but then you got some new sponsors that are kind of supporting characters like Octane Gain, Vitoline, of course, and there's also, there's also Blinker and Transberry Juice, since those guys kind of have, supporting roles in the movie. So, the sponsors are, obviously, there's more attention to them than in the first movie, because that was just mainly the main characters, and that was it. There wasn't really any supporting characters that were racers, but now we actually have more supporting racers that, you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say. But anyways, Vitoline appeared in both Cars 1 and in Cars 3. And obviously, these are the 3 racers from all 3 movies. We've got James Cleanair from Cars 1, Brickyardly from Cars 3, and Chase Racelott from Cars 3. And yeah, this is another one of those number changes. If you look, he's 61, and Brickyardly is 24. And mainly because of that, it's the whole, NASCAR situation. It's the same deal with Octane Gain. Daniel Suarez is number 19. And so Bobby Swift had to be number 19. And of course, Billy Oil Changer was number 58. Something like that. And the paint jobs for Octane Gain actually changed a lot. And obviously, Vitoline is a bit more, It's a bit more similar than Octane Gain. You still have the green and white, but obviously there's a lot less white on Chase Raceland here. And there's much more green on him. But, there's still the white here and there. So there's some pictures on the screen of where James appeared in the first ever Cars movie that came out way back in 2006. And I don't think I'll have any problems with finding images of these guys because, Vitoline is a pretty prominent sponsor in both Cars 1 and 3, so really there shouldn't be any problem with finding any images for Chase Raceland, Brickyardly, or James Cleanair. But yeah, moving on to his design, it's pretty basic. You got the green, that's a bit darker than Chase and Brick's color. Theirs are about the same, but this guy's much more of like a plain green, or like a dark green, something like that. And yeah, you got the Vitoline logo for older active cars in the white background and the oval-shaped design out there. And moving on here, his design is pretty basic. Yeah, ignore all the chips. All my old cars have all these chips on them, but what can you do about it? There's not really much you can do. Yeah, his design is the same on both sides. It's pretty basic. You just have the 61, the Vitoline logo right there, the sponsors that he has in the movie. He's got a lot more than Brick and Chase does. And yeah, it's just like the green and the white. And it's the same on that side. There was no like fancy designs or anything like that. Because, 2006, it was kind of like pretty basic back then. Times were simpler. And so you didn't really need all these fancy designs on the racer. Yeah, you got the Vitoline logo right there. And you got the Vitoline logo back here with the 61 on the headlight. And yeah, that's basically it for James. Moving on to Brickyardly, now that he is a lot more, his design is a lot more like, modern than James Cleanair. So obviously we got to dig more deep into what he looks like. There's some images on the screen of what he looks like in the movie. And obviously he's not going to be hard to find images for because he's kind of a supporting character. Not really, because, he only has like 1 or 2 lines in the film. So but he shows up a lot in the movie before he gets replaced by Chase Raceland. So he won't be a struggle to find any images for. But getting on to his design-wise, he's got the improved Vitoline logo on his hood there for older active cars. You can see on the hood. And it's a lot more modern than, obviously, that. Just a plain white background. and he's number 24 because, you know, Chase Elliott, who voices Chase Racelott, is number 24 in real life. Well, not anymore, technically, because now he's number 9. But yeah, when Cars 3 first came out in 2017, he was with the number 24, so that's why they gave it to Chase Racelott and Brickyardly. Because, yeah, you know, they didn't really want to keep the number, or they didn't want to have it like 61 at the beginning and then change it to 24, so they just decided to make the Cars 3 stock car have that number. Same deal with octane gauge, transfer juice, and blinker, and just to not make things too complicated, which, you know, I probably would have done the same if I were them. But yeah, on the back, or on the side here, he's got the 24, and his design's a lot more modern. You got these like stripes on the yellow, what am I talking about? You got the stripes on the white end of the Brickyardly's back here, like towards here. You got the Vitoline logo, which the logo is usually always on the back end of the side. You see that, and his design is the same. You see that, and that. He's got a lot less sponsors than James Cleanair does. Like you can see, like there, that's different. It's a lot less. And yeah, on the back here, it's just Vitoline and the 24. My Brickyardly has a few chips on it because this is from 2017, around the first time Cars 3 came out. I think it was like May 8th or something around there. I don't really remember, but yeah, he was one of the first guys I got from Cars 3. So he's old, so there are a few chips, but that doesn't really bother me because they're mainly on like that part there, and that's not really that noticeable. Now on to Chase Raceland. Now, like I mentioned, he was Chase Elliott, who voices Chase Racelott, was number 9 as of right now when he's racing. But back when Cars 3 first came out, he was number 24, and so that's why Chase Racelott and Brickyardly would give it the number 24 instead of the number 9. But the NASCAR version of Chase Racelott and this new NASCAR series Mattel is making, they actually have the number 9 on him because obviously Chase Elliott being number 9 now, they gotta give Chase Racelott number 9 instead of giving him 24, which, you know, makes sense because he's based off of Chase Elliott. But yeah, there's some images on the screen where he appeared at, along with the image of the NASCAR version of Chase Elliott or Chase Racelott, my bad, that's coming out sometime soon, along with the next-gen Shifty Drug and Sidewall Shine. So those are going to be some great racers to looking forward to. I don't know if I'll pick up the NASCAR Chase Racelott, but I'll definitely get the NASCAR Shifty Drug and Sidewall Shine because they're obviously not in Cars 3. So it's like, you know, it's kind of new in that deal. But yeah, let's get on to his design. And on the hood here, his logo is way different than Brickyardly or James Cleanair. You can see it's on the slant there. And yeah, I don't know why they chose to put it here out of all places. Like an octane gain is just, you know, straight up on the, like, straight there. But with this guy, they curved it, and that's like kind of weird looking, but you know, it makes sense. And it's kind of got like this two-tone deal going on here with like the emerald green, and then with like the lines, like black and, or like it's more like a gray, not black. It's like gray and green lines here. And this is the Chinese, or this is not the Chinese version. The Chinese version's emerald green is a lot more like emerald, and this is just more like a foiled green. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, like you can see on Daniel Suarez, this is the Chinese variant, because I don't even know if he's been made in Thailand yet. But yeah, you can see he's much more prominent, the foil. It's a lot more gold, while on Chase Racelott, who is from Thailand, you can see there, M36A, it's just more of just like a simple foil. But yeah, moving on to his hood. Oh, actually, I forgot to talk about it. His sides are different. If you look at the right side of him, you can see that it's kind of like half and half with plain green and emerald green. But if you flip him around, you can see that it's much more of like a plain green, and then you have like the emerald stripe right there. So yeah, it's kind of a cool detail. He's one of the few racers who have different sides on both of his sides, or different decals, I should say, on both of his sides, which is pretty cool, you know. And his number is a different color on his sides than on his roof. You can see it's 24, and that's in white, and that is in green, which is kind of interesting. I don't really know why they did that, probably because of the white stripe right here. Because that would have just, you wouldn't have been able to see the 24 if they made it white. So, that's understandable. Yeah, his hood, or why do I keep messing up today? I don't know. But his spoiler here has Vitoline for older active cars. You can barely read that slogan. Let's see if I can. Oh my gosh, what was that? Yeah, we're not zooming in. But yeah, you can see it says Vitoline for older active cars. But yeah, sorry, my phone fell again, so we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. So moving, yeah, his spoiler is Vitoline for older active cars. And it's got like this, it's got the gray and green bars on it, just like it did on this side here. And it actually does look pretty nice in my opinion. Moving on to his back here, you got the rookie stripes that are mandatory for all rookies. You got the 24 in white, and you got the tail lights, which are like the new next gen font. You got the white stripe in the middle and the green stripes on the side. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for Chase. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for today's review of Piston Cup Teams Episode 3. And if it seemed like it was a bit less unprepared than usual, mainly because I'm literally recording this the same day I'm just going to upload it, so I'm just, trying to rush it, get it out as fast as I can, edit it as fast as I can, and I'll probably set this to go live at like 8 p.m., somewhere around there. Maybe 7, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'm literally recording the same day as I'm going to upload it, so just trying to rush it, and that makes me mess up my words sometimes, so not that big of a deal, but yeah, just in case you're wondering why this seemed less unprepared than usual, that's mainly the reason. I was going to record it last night, but it was like 9 p.m., and I didn't feel like recording a video at 9 p.m., so I was going to do it after I got home from school, and yeah, that's what I did. So if you guys enjoyed this video, and you guys can let me know which one you prefer me to review next, Dynaco, Tank Coat, or Easy Idle, or I will just let the wheel decide. It's probably what I'm going to do. I'll probably just randomize it, and whichever one it lands on, that'll be the one we'll review next. So stay tuned for Piston Cup Teams Episode 4, and whichever new reveals that come out within the coming days, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.